green screen, the technical name for it is called chroma key, and it's where you layer images over other layered images in post-production. I think it started in the 1930s was the beginning, and it was to do with like transitions, like wiper blades wiping things across. It's used sometimes for recreating environments that you might not be able to capture.
Green screen, there's more possibilities to adjust things in post-production. Sets are more realistic, and I think the actors can interact with them better.
In terms of what I prefer, either green screen or hand-built sets, I would say, I don't know, I like working with both. They both got their challenges.
I prefer green screen myself, because with handmade sets you've got to use the set that you've got.
I prefer hand-built sets. I don't like green screen because it makes everything look fake.
I have no preference between sets or green screen, as long as the film is good, there's a good storyline, the characters are believable, and it's enjoyable.
I'd probably say I prefer green screen because it creates a more phantaspherical atmosphere and actually makes me imagine more.
There's lots of films, and they use a lot of it in sci-fi stuff. For example, like George Lucas and Star Wars.
Good example of green screen would be Avatar. Even though it's computer generated, you are led to believe it's real, and you don't actually realise that you are watching a green screen production. It's
a combination really of the people that you work with, the technology. If it's done well, it works well. If it's done badly, it does really look quite amateur.
There's an obvious bad example of green screen, and that was Jaws 3D, particularly the underwater scenes when the body parts are floating around. A good example of a film set is Alien. It looks realistic, it looks futuristic, and it gives you an idea in your mind what a spaceship actually looks like. Bad examples of sets would be the early Hollywood westerns. You could often see when the characters walked into the saloon, the set would wobble.
I think it's very good in terms of like what you can offer the audience and the experience that the audience gets, because you can take them to Saturn or on the moon or whatever and make it look fantastic. But in terms of like craft, I don't think, sometimes you've got to have a real set, I think, for them to actually experience spatially where they are and what they do. I think it's developed so much over recent years that things that used to use green screen, you could go, oh, that doesn't look real. Whereas today, the technology is there so much, it actually does, you can't really tell the difference between what's reality and what's made up. So